Y'all know Madame Boss. We love her. We love this woman. We adore her. From her music, I think she stopped doing music for whatever reason. Yeah, she's just retiring, living her best life. And we're here for the most part, okay? We love seeing a boss lady, an independent woman doing the most. She is always quick to mention that she does not need a man, okay, to do her thing. She is the president of Single Mothers Association in Kenya, and we should give her the respect that she deserves, okay? Now, from time to time, she's making headlines with, first of all, dating her manager, Nelly Oaks, and she wrote paragraphs about how she's so in love. She has never been in love like this, and it was so refreshing to see this new side of Akothee, because let me tell you, her and Ambare are in the same boat, okay? When they love loudly, and they want to be loved loudly. And we were here for it for a hot minute. And we even thought that Nelly Oaks would be the person who would finally settle down with Madame Boss. But after a few months, she kind of posted a cryptic message saying, the love of my life, the rock of my foundation, has packed his things and has left. And we were like, girl, another one bites the dust? It doesn't stop there. And then she went on a rant on how she's going, she's becoming celibate and she doesn't want anything to do with men anymore. And then she went through a period where she was like, I want more children, so I'm going to go to Europe and do my IVF and whatever. But it turns out, when she went to Europe, she came back to Kenya with a Mzungu man. Because let me tell you, she has been flaunting him on social media, talking about, this is my new man, this is the love of my life, I have never been loved like this before. And her comment section was ablaze with comments, with people talking about, baby girl, was this not the same narrative that you had with Nelly Oaks? Was this not the same narrative you have with every lover you come, anytime she gets a new man, it's the same story. Love of my life, rock of my foundation, my whatever soulmate. And it's always the same thing. And then they break up after a hot minute. But this time, she's talking about how her family members do not want the best for her. Now, please remember, there's a time she had fallen out with her sister, or rather stepsister, who apparently contacted a blog and told stories about Akothee. And it was a whole tragic thing, because imagine your own sister dishing your own tea, your personal tea, very personal moments, and talking about how she cannot afford school fees for her children. She is always begging, always depending on a sponsor or something. And it was so heartbreaking for Akothee. And she wrote a very, we could see it on social media. She was very heartbroken. Yeah. Even the captions she would put out. Anyway, I think that, they buried the hatchet and that was done. But this time, on a social media post, she's saying, it's today that I am learning the real meaning of people you sacrificed to help are the same ones who are plotting your downfall. And then she went on to say, I have no idea why it is always being questioned. Was it wrong for me to be born in this family? I wish my grandfather was still alive. And then she goes on to, caution a relative, or rather a sibling, saying, cease and desist, guard your peace. We are always sympathetic to you, okay? Whenever you come with a rant on social media, whenever you're exposing somebody who's done you dirty, but it's always you. Why are you always the victim? She is always the common denominator in all the drama in her life. So you should, investigate that. Why is it always you? Why are you always the one in problems?
Are you the drama?
Are you the drama? Because I think you're the drama. What do you think about Akothee?
Okay, well, when it comes to these families, especially when families where you have multiple children, from my assumption would be in the Luo community specifically, you'd find that a father has multiple wives and therefore multiple children from multiple mothers. And it always brings a certain tiff within everyone's spirit, because your mother is going to tell you this about the other person, and there's so much drama going on in between. But I'm assuming, those are assumptions that I have made based on the information that I have. With regard to Akothee and her family, I don't really quite know whether it's the same situation. However, I feel like this statement that she put across at the very end is what I think should just stick. She said, let everyone stay at their homesteads and live their own lives. I think boundaries, because at the end of the day, it's possible that she might not be the drama. It's just possible that she's inviting to a lot of people, and whenever you invite people into your space, whenever you have people constantly in your space, then obviously there's bound to be trouble. There's bound to be someone who's either angry, who is disappointed. There's always something when it comes to large families and people coming into your space. So that could be the issue that is going on here. But I say this this many times over, especially with people with many families. I only have one brother, so this kind of problems, it's not me matter. It don't matter. It doesn't come into our lives. But in families where you have multiple siblings, especially 3 or 4 or more, there's bound to be trouble. So just try and keep your boundaries tight. Try and keep people out of your business if you can. And even more importantly, just try and keep your business to yourself. Because ideally, the more people know, the more they will use against you. But the less they know, the better for you, and everyone lives, kumbaya. Akothee, we pray and hope that this is somehow resolved. As in, girl, it's been like 5 years of the same problems. It's somebody, it's you. It's too much. It's too much.
It's
please,
giving Huda,
please,
the way Huda is always leaving social media and giving announcements. I no longer want to be on social media. I am going to quit social media. Then what? What do you want us to do?
2 seconds later telling us
Can you just
something.
log off?
Unwarranted information all the time.
Stop giving us your family secrets.
Yeah.
We really don't care. Yes, it is entertaining, but at the end of the day, we are laughing at you. We're not laughing with you, okay? Please.
Although I did see a really cute video, the video that she posted with her 2 daughters the other day. Akothee posted a video with her daughters where she was kind of making fun of them, poking fun at them at like, kuja unyonye, like come and suckle. And the daughters were like being ewy at first, and then eventually they're like, all right, come, let's do it. And it was really funny. I really enjoyed it. A little cringe, but I still laughed. It was
Your
funny.
definition of funny is funny.
I said it was cringe, but I laughed. It was kind of funny to me, So I think she has a really good relationship with her daughters, and I think that's the most important thing. If your family, your nuclear family is tightly knit and y'all are fine, leave everyone else behind. Garbage is garbage. You cannot bring it in all the time.